But I say that because it's like, I assume you're only doing Judgment Gate for like crowd control, and Jude and Mila's best crowd control link art has to do with her Cyclone and his, I forget what it's called, Whirlwind Upper, Cyclone Upper, something like that.
I think we've already had the conversation where I told you, like, I'm not, like...
Fucking around with your arts, gotcha.
Yeah, there's that, and I'm not doing things, like, as intentional to the level of, like, oh, I need crowd control move. Here, this is a crowd control move. Oh. I'm just doing attacks just for the sake of doing them.
Oh, okay. You tried to enter the frozen time, but the game wouldn't let you.
Oh man, this place was so long too.
It's a decent size, yeah. It's pretty beefy dungeon. Find bear asses in the middle of this ship in the middle of the ocean.
So the Lance of Kresnik is supposed to be on this ship. We have to find it and free the four great
Thanks for
spirits.
pointing out the obvious, kids.
Especially since they're Mila's friends.
Yes, the four might understand.
Yeah.
So conflicted.
Mila?
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Keep spacing out like that.
Maybe the four can tell me why I'm having these
Well now,
emotions.
you've gone quite brazen with the Lord of Spirits. It is you who should worry about keeping up with me.
Oh right, that's the Mila.
You know,
we
even though
We'll
I had the
right
wrong
behind
reasoning
you.
for saying it, it's a good. I like to think that I was like weirdly on the nose, like roundabout on the nose when I first said that I didn't think Mila was who she said she was.
It's like a mansion.
When she was like, "Oh, I'm Maxwell."
Why did you think she said it then?
I thought this was a battleship.
I think she said it to try to fool me into thinking that's what she actually was.
It ended up here 20 years ago.
Spoilers: Mila is not the real Maxwell.
That's
Yeah.
the Olympian
She's
army
just a homunculus created to think that.
How could they break through from Olympias without the Lance of Kresnik?
I don't
Which we
know
find
the
out a little
details.
bit
The
later,
original
a
Lance of
little
Kresnik
tiny
was
bit.
developed by the Olympian army.
Yeah, it'll actually be toward
The
What
end
do
of
you know
this,
about it?
yeah, the end of this batch.
the end of this batch of eps.
Yeah.
Not much more.
The slow walk down the stairs. You know what's really cool about this cutscene is that it actually walks you down the stairs.
Olympias is a world
No, I think
built
they
on and
stop you
developed
like right
around
at the. If they walk you
They're the foundation
around the
of our
room,
entire
and then there's a
civilization.
barrier like right there.
Well, either way, they stop you. They do the walk in the cutscene, and it stops you out of the cutscene there.
I bet all Olympia's people are big fat lying barbarians just like Alvin.
Remember, Alvin's a lying liar who
Barbarian
lies.
as well as a liar. It's not as simple as just giving up Spyrexes for some other technology. We're not like you. We don't have mana.
We had the big
lobes.
reveal that these guys don't have mana lobes.
We can't wield spirit arts. We lack the ability.
What
to
about your
manipulate
gun and the
them.
fire arts?
So you use-
Oh, that was
Kid,
a
I
lie.
don't have time to explain to you the. I don't have time to explain to you the whole combustion of bullets.
Yep, when he had said they were fire arts, he was just like, "Oh yeah, that was a lie."
Damn it.
Whatever.
They put up barrier bars.
Ooh, pretty.
Careful. Touch one and you'll be sliced in two.
What?
What should we do?
I'm gonna be honest here. There's clearly a large enough gap for all of you to just fit through those lasers.
Just in time for people on the walkie-talkies to talk about the generators.
How convenient.
How convenient. I chalk it up to plot armor, whatever.
Good timing.
It appears these bars will disappear
Good
if
timing.
we disable the generators on the port and starboard sides. Okay, let's find them.
So like, I love Tales games, but they definitely have like their things.
Stop for a second.
Huh? I hadn't noticed. They must have caught me off guard.
Even the mighty Maxwell needs to keep her head in the game.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, you got hurt a little bit.
Sorry.
It's okay. There you go. All taken care of. Let's keep going.
Mila. Wow. Oh. Oh man.
Didn't you tell me that your weapon
So-
channeled fire spirits?
Sorry.
Fuck, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm just gonna talk about the
So I can't
sequel
channel
a
anything.
little bit.
Yet your weapon
In the
doesn't seem
sequel,
to
you
be
meet.
Spyrex-based.
All right. So the whole thing about the sequels is like there's alternate realities that you visit, and in one of them you meet an alternate version of Mila, and you accidentally drag her back to the main reality after you destroy her home dimension. Because the entire so the reason you have to destroy these alternate dimensions is because their existence threatens the main dimension.
Indeed.
The problem is these alternate dimensions are like super real. Like they exist. They have people. They're like fake in the sense that they're not dimension prime,
Human beings, you love
but they have people and lives and stuff, and you have to destroy them.
Or like Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, it's like Crisis on Infinite Earths, except what if, all these alternate realities had a direct negative influence on the existence of Dimension Prime. So it's like, oh, I guess we have to destroy them, otherwise all of everything will die.
Alvin, you must have been some kind of celebrity
All of
on a
everything.
ship this grand.
celebrity.
So
I think that was technically the problem with Crisis on Infinite Earths.
no, the problem with Crisis on Infinite Earths was someone killed one of the new gods, and then there was some big dimension fusion thing, and it was some I don't know, it was some dumb shit. I don't remember Crisis on Infinite Earths. I read that like forever ago. But in one of the alternate realities, you meet an alternate version of Mila that never thought she became Maxwell, or never thought she was Maxwell in the first place. She was just Mila, regular Mila, who lived her life.
I looted that item from the other side of the box. I just want to point that out.
Yes, you did. You found your bare asses on the middle of the ship, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a cargo bay,
On the other side of a box.
on the other side of a wall.
Reach through the wall.
But yeah, so you find a version of Mila who was like never duty bound to stop Exodus because she just wiped out Exodus while she was 4. Like, she had the amazing idea of, I have the power of 4 great spirits with me. I'm just gonna go and murder everyone in Exodus. Fun fact, that causes the unintended side effect of, in that dimension, Jude is never born. Because she killed his father before he had Jude. But you accidentally, as you destroy her dimension, drag her back to the main dimension. And when she finds out that you destroyed everyone she knew and loved, she's a little irate about that.
Yeah.
Little upset. But she eventually realized. But then and then there's also the whole fact of, I'm technically a fake. You know, the cloning blues.
Yeah.
That kind of deal. Like,
Oh, I'm technically wasn't supposed to exist. Oh,
I'm technically not
woe is
real.
me.
Yeah, all that good stuff. And then as you get closer to acquiring OG Mila, like you have to get her back from where she is, and the existence of fake Mila, or fractured Mila, I should say, is preventing you from acquiring actual Mila. You can't have 2 Milas, it's impossible. It's too much. So you literally do a dungeon that's just like this one, while other Mila is like coming to terms with her own like I shouldn't exist type deal. Even though everyone around her is telling her that they think that they do accept her as a real person, that she's not fake, but she's still got that going on. Hey, look, you're back at the start. Good job.
That was totally by accident.
Yes, it was. Suddenly
So
you're 5 feet to the side, stronger than ever.
Yeah. Oh man. It just makes me think of the whole Kingdom Hearts nobody plot.
Yeah, okay. So we had this conversation forever ago, talking about Kingdom Hearts 3.
So we're talking about we were talking about how like, when a heartless when a heartless
first of all,
touches a human,
wait.
a human becomes.
All right. So first, to preface this, remember, guys, no bodies are at multiple points specifically stated that they should not exist, and then we learn how nobodies are made. They are the result of a person with a strong willpower losing their heart
And becoming getting a heartless.
and becoming and having a heartless be birthed out of them. Meaning that nobodies are a part of the natural process of heartless being created. So how are they not supposed to exist? I mean, I get it in the sense that heartless aren't supposed to like be out in the world.
Heartless aren't originally supposed to be out in the world. That's a whole thing.
But that's not how they treat it. They treat it as like their existence is supposed to not be there. And they quite clearly are. Like no one fucked with the process. That's the entire point. No one fucked with the nobody process. They were all just born. At least from what I remember. Who knows? I've played all of the Kingdom Hearts games. I've played all of the Kingdom Hearts games except for the mobile game.
The mobile game doesn't contribute to the plot of the current games.
Yeah, and I haven't played 0.2, but you know that's whatever. That's just a side thing.
It's honestly just supposed to be a gameplay,
tech demo,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, the point is, I've consumed as much Kingdom Hearts lore as I possibly can without fucking wiki diving to the heart. I've literally done that, and I do not remember a single instance of them mentioning anything along the lines of the nobody birthing process being fucked with. So as far as I can tell, and as far as Alan can tell, nobodies are a natural process result of Heartless attacking people and creating more Heartless. And yet they're not supposed to exist, whatever. This entire, like, quote-unquote problem could easily be solved with just someone going, oh yeah, Xemnas fucked with the whole process and that's how Heartless were made. And then that's it. And that's it. They could have done that. See that off-color box? There you go.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Here. You have to find the one with the push option on it. I like how you can grab it backwards despite there just being no handholds on it.
Oh man.
And to the credit of Xillia 2, the people of the alternate dimensions technically do have more reason to believe that they shouldn't exist than nobodies. Because the entire reason the fractured dimensions exist is because of dumb bullshit. Is literally because of dumb bullshit. It's so much explanation for the plot of the second game, and it has no bearing on the plot of this game. I'm surprised that the sequel is even a sequel. With how much... The only connection it really has to this game is, like, all of the characters show back up.
Same world, same characters.
Same world, same characters. And you get a little bit of... You just get a little bit of connect. It's like the Chrono Cross of a relation. Like, Chrono Cross is technically a sequel to Chrono Trigger, but you don't get like a whole continuation really. Except unlike unlike Chrono Cross, I don't think the characters from Trigger show up in Cross, do they?
Yeah, they do. It's at the very end.
Oh, well, unlike that, you meet the entire cast of this game over the course of Xillia 2.